What's up, people? It's Dylan Alexander. Thanks for checking me out. Today, I want to discuss why you shouldn't let the amount of money you have control how happy you are. I've been victim of this as well as pretty much most of society, unfortunately. But it's a really wicked thing to let that control your mood or control just your overall feeling about yourself. It's really sick when you think about it. This paper that's not even real, and they print it every day nonstop, and they're going to keep on printing it until it goes to zero and it means nothing. But yet, our life still continues every day, right? The reason I'm bringing this up because I want to remind you and myself as well, and this is something that takes practice because it's really easy to slip into the trap of money controls happiness, right? That trap that we all fall victim to sometimes. And I'm saying this because the odds are, the numbers prove themselves to be that most of us won't be rich. Most of us really won't make it big. We might just keep coasting, and we might come up a little bit, couple years, and some years will be down, and it's gonna go, up and down. But ultimately, most of us won't be millionaires and billionaires, especially. But with that said, I think it's important to get into the habit of letting you control your happiness. You should be in control of how you feel because you choose to feel good. You choose to feel happy. As long as you have the necessities of life, man, you should be super grateful and thankful that you're alive with another day to make something happen and to just enjoy life, man. There's so many traps out here to trick us into looking into the wrong things. And what helps me out the most to avoid this trap is to remind myself of the things that I'm grateful for. The essentials, man. I got 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. My heart's beating, I'm breathing. And that's enough to just celebrate about, honestly. Now, I know some people might watch this, man. Don't be silly, Dylan. That's really celebration for having arms and legs. And I'm saying, yes, absolutely. You know how easy it is to just lose a leg or a limb or a finger or some toes? You know how easy it is to just go blind or, God forbid any of this stuff, but catch a crazy illness or just drop to the floor without breathing anymore. Life is super fragile, man, and I think a lot of us forget that. And we get caught up in this rat race of trying to constantly, we want more. I need more. I need more. And you can never get enough. Ask a rich person, man. There's rich people out here that got millions, man. They're set. They could literally stop working for like however long they want to stop. They could just take a break for a year a lot of them. But you know what? Most of those people never do. Most of those people that have millions and billions, Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, the Mark Zuckerberg, Tim Cook, these guys could take vacations just constantly for like a year plus if they wanted to. But they don't, because you got to get more. You got to achieve more. Well, those are probably bad examples because they're basically owned by their company. The shareholders, they have to constantly keep working to grow their business bigger for investors. So that's kind of different. Let's say, for example, you got a guy with a private business. It's his business. He's worth multiple millions. I'm talking, let's say 100 million. He's not on the stock market. He's not responsible for investors' money. So technically, he could just, if he wanted, he could just hire a CEO to take his place, and he still owns the business. And he could just go and kick his feet up, right? With no pressure from investors to make the business better. But they're not going to do that because they still want more. You see? It never ends. It's a constant pursuit to increase, you know. And it's such a mind, it's just mind altering to think about, you know. And yet there's plenty of people around the world who are way worse off than most Americans or people that are in these first world countries. There's people in third world countries who just would be so thankful to have a clean glass of water to just quench their thirst, or some good quality food. Like, they would be so good with just that. And just to have somewhere to they could sit on the ground and eat and drink, and they're thrilled. It's like a party right there. And they're just the happiest, right? And they have no bank account. They have no money. They just have people, maybe. They have maybe some family and friends. It's like, what do you say to them? They're happier than a lot of these millionaires. Some of these millionaires are way more depressed than you would imagine. It's a thing, man. It's real. I hear about it all the time, and it's hard to imagine, but it's true, right? But as I mentioned, man, this all comes down to perspective. It's like you have to program your mind for this, because it's so easy to just constantly compare yourself and to just constantly feel like you're not doing enough and you're just constantly coming up short. But I'm here to let you know that, man, none of that really means anything, honestly. I mean, sure, I'm not saying it's not good to have money. Like, if you got money, go for it. If you can get it, go get it. Because I'm not going to lie to you and say that having more money is better than not. Like, it'll make things way more comfortable if you choose, and free up time and allow you to do more things, right? But it shouldn't be the end all be all. It shouldn't control your mood in such a powerful way that it does. Like, really nothing should be able to control your happiness in that, to that degree. No relationship or situation. You know, this is some real deep stuff, some real, like, you have to have a strong mind to not let that get to you. And that's something that I'm practicing, and I've really been having to practice that the past few years. Just taking losses that are just just ginormous and would make any person go crazy. So you have to have a strong mind. Your mind has to be like steel. Nothing can penetrate it and sway you in the direction that the world wants you to go. It wants you to be down. It wants you to have no confidence. It wants you to give up and just feel bad about yourself, so you can go and, go consume something that you don't need to be consuming, and, eating bad food and just all kind of just negative things. But I'm here to let you know, you control that. Don't let your outside world dictate your inside world, right? Because life is still rolling, whether you have $1 million or 2 pennies. Life is still moving. Every day counts, every second counts. And I'm not going to let those seconds be wasted feeling bad about myself because my situation isn't the best. Yes, I'm going to do what it takes to improve my situation, but I'm not going to sit here and let this dictate how I feel about myself. You get what I'm saying? That's a powerful way to be. Most people aren't like that. But I'm telling you right now, man, if you can have that kind of mindset, you know how attractive that is? You know, people just want to be around you. Hell, you might mess around and make some millionaire friends who just they like your good attitude and your good mindset. They might want to learn from you. You know, next thing you know, they probably break you off something. Get your situation back right. Hell, if you're watching this, you got some millions. Hey, man, comment, DM me, man. I got you with a consultation. You know what I'm saying? I get you some good mindset. You dig? Ask and you shall receive. You never know who's watching, but yeah, I got it. It's important, man. Mindset is everything, man. You could be locked up in prison and you got to still be able to have a good, positive attitude. You should. Because if you're locked up, you ain't got no other choice. What are you going to do? You're here. So you might as well be happy and make the most of it. If you're broke right now, hey, your situation is what it is. That's where you are right now. Make the most of it. Smile. Okay? You ain't going to be there forever. And if you are, hell, who cares? You know? As long as you can eat every day and drink some water, you're still alive, cool. You can survive. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. You can figure it out. You know, use your brain. Your brain is powerful. It's smarter than a computer. Use it, man, to get you up out that situation. But if you're in this negative, dark, cloudy mood, it's harder to get out that situation because you're so focused on, damn, I'm down. I'm in a bad mood. And you just can't think straight. And now it's harder to get up out of that situation. But if you stay positive and stay looking at the optimistic lane and get in that lane and all right, well, I'm down. This is where I'm at. I can get back right. Let me just think and figure out a plan and map it out, write it down, get to work. All right. So just want to remind you, man, of this. Hopefully it helps somebody out there. I know this mental state helps me keep a smile on my face, keep a smile on my heart, and keep it rolling, you dig? Because the clock is ticking regardless. Life is still moving. I'm not going to sit here and mess up my life for this situation I'm in, you dig? So, hope this helps, man. If it does, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, man. I love hearing from you guys. And if you like this, leave a like too. It helps the algorithm. And if you ain't subscribed already, hey, man, what you doing, man? Hit that button, man. I got more stuff on the way. All right. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.